All right, I promise to make you motherfuckers laugh. I'll tell you about that bus date. So the guy I grew up with in my neighborhood. He eventually in life became like I think it was a Pentecostal, a Jehovah Witness. He moved up to like Rochester, New York. Fredo. Well, crazy motherfucker. I can tell you a story about that motherfucker for years. But anyway, there was this one girl named Christina in the neighborhood. He really liked her. And he was gonna make his move. He had his plan. He was gonna take her to the movie theaters and get all snuggly wuggly with her, catch a cheap feel, try to do something freaky, go to some romantico movie, try to see if he could persuade her to like the soundtrack of the movie. This is back in the old days. There was one problem he left out. Me being in the neighborhood. So anyway, he goes to pick her up. Right? Pick up. He doesn't get a car, but he goes to pick her up. But the movie theater is on 100, yeah, 110th. Yeah, it's 110th. Yeah, 110th. So we're like in the 90s. So all of a sudden, he picks it up, whatever, and he's like, all right, let's go. So, she's thinking like there's a car going to be outside, like a cab or something, whatever. He crosses the street to the other side, like where the bus stop is at, and which is funny because he's like trying to make the bus stop like romantico. He's blocking like the homeless lady and you ever seen those wheel scooter type things, the electric things? He's like blocking them, like, oh, so you look pretty today, like don't look at the ugly people, that kind of stuff. As the bus is coming up the avenue, Amsterdam Avenue, I'm in the neighborhood. I'm like, hey, what's up, Will? I'm on a date. I didn't see Christina, so I look at him and this old crazy lady in this like electric scooter thing. And I'm like, what's up, Poppy? Like, for real? Like, what are you doing? What happened to you? He's like, no, I'm here with Christina. I turn around. I'm like, oh, what's going on, Christina? And I look at her and she's like, I already know she got the chill in her. Because her mom was looking at her out the window and this motherfucker's at a bus stop with her. So anyway, the bus stop comes and, we got them all them coins ready. So I'm like, where you headed to? He's like, oh, we're going to the movies. I'm like, all right, no problem. Me being my devilish self, I was like, I had nothing to do. So what the fuck? So anyway, I let them go on the bus, which was hilarious because it was one of those buses that, he's trying to get on romantic. We're like, come on, my princess. So they get on the bus, but all of a sudden the bus driver has to turn off the bus because he has to let the lady with the scooter on. He has to open up the back and let her in, and the lady going, oh, my hip. The date didn't start out to a good thing. So anyway, me, Benny, Mike, all of us were cracking up because the lady with the, my hip, she didn't charge that Fox scooter. It was one of those early Tesla models. The battery life didn't work, so we had to push that bitch in. And she's like, you're hurting my hip. I'm like, bitch, it's either this or you're walking. So anyway, we pushed her on the fucking bus. So anyway, once we got on the bus, we're like, fuck it, let's go to the movie theaters. Not with Will and Christina. They were going to go do their own stuff. We were going to go see something else. I don't remember what it was. See some weird fucking stuff. So we're on the bus and we see like Will trying to like camouflage us, like not, keep our attention off of everything. Especially because for some reason I was getting into a fight with the lady in the wheelchair. She kept getting angry at me. You pushed me. I'm like, bitch, you can't walk. You're in the chair. What am I supposed to do? I gotta push you. How am I gonna get on the bus? Anyway, get off in the movie theater and they're on the line to buy their tickets. So we're giving them distance, they're on a date. For us, we're just retards in the back. So we go to the concession stand and she's like getting this, she's getting that, whatever. And I see Will, like, these motherfuckers, he's sweating. He's seeing his XRP money disappearing. So anyway, me being a cool motherfucker, his mom was cool people with me, sweetheart of a lady. So I went over and I was like, dog, don't worry about it. I got you, don't worry about it. Because I was out there hustling all kinds of shit. I always did stuff. So I just told the fucking girl behind the counter, she already knew me. I was like, look, whatever they fucking come up with, that's just my money. I'll pay for that shit. Will was a little bit younger than me, so I was like, whatever. So he was calm, whatever. But they went off to see some, like, I don't know what kind of romantical movie type stuff. It was like some, that kind of movie that everything, there's like, one of those kind of, he looks at her, she looks at him, whatever. Had nothing to do with us. I was with a bunch of retards. I was with Cameron. I was whatever. So anyway, we went to go see our fucking stuff. I think we went to see Freddy Krueger type shit, whatever. And we're there. And after like 20-something minutes, Cameron gets into a fight with somebody. It was just stupid shit. We just got kicked out of that movie theater. But what did we do? We said, just chill. We'll go to another movie theater and then we'll get out and we'll go back in. So we went to the Romantico movie theater. In the Romantico movie theater, so we're sitting in the back. And this is like We were bored out of our fucking mind, like for real. It was like one of those things. But I knew that Will and Christina were there. And I was like, Wilfredo, don't touch Christina. We're like fucking around with them. And you can tell that this motherfucker is angry that we're in the theater with him. No big deal. At a certain point, he cracked. He's like, leave me alone. Stop it. He thought he was going to get some nookie in the dark. Didn't happen that way. Anyway, we got kicked out of the movie theater entirely, all of us. So he had to take the bus back. We were walking back, but they got on the bus. But for some reason, their bus wasn't moving, so we kept walking. And down Broadway, also, we see their bus going by. We see Will and Christina on the bus. And we're walking by. Wilfredo, I love you. You are such a good day. Christina's laughing at this point because she knows she's never going to fuck this guy at all. And was angry as a motherfucker. Like his night got destroyed. When they got back to the neighborhood, the bus sped up ahead of us. So, he got to the neighborhood before us. So when we walked in there, we see a crowd of people. Fucking, like hundreds of people. And what it was her stepfather, he was coming down to beat up Will. To disrespecting his daughter, putting her on a bus to take her to the movie theater like a cheap bitch, whatever. The problem was, Will was so angry he was going to fight him. I don't give a fuck no more. I'll fight anybody. I don't give a shit. He wanted respect that night because he didn't get no love. One problem. Christina's stepfather was one of these like Jesus devout whatever. Say, oh, you want to fight me? Yeah, I'll fight you. I don't care. Okay. He takes off his shirt. He's out. It's fucking cold out there. You don't want motherfucker to take off his shirt. There's like a wind that goes, whoo. You start zipping up your own stuff. Anyway. And Will's getting ready to fight him because he's angry. He was just on a bus with a hot chick and all of a sudden now he's going to fight this dude with no shirt on. God knows how his erectile dysfunction probably got cured at the fucking movie theater and then killed. But at the end of the day, also he's going to fight this guy and all of a sudden, in the process of getting ready to fight, Christina's stepfather, he reaches in his back pocket and the crowd is like, what is he doing? He takes out a Bible and he starts reading a prayer for Will. He starts talking about forgive him his soul, and he will get, he doesn't know that he's going to help him repent. Like, what's so weird? He's reading like, whatever the fuck he's reading. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's Jesus talk. And all of a sudden you saw Will's heart started leaving because you were going to go fight some motherfucker. And he starts reading the Bible and looking at you, reading the Bible, looking at you, and he goes, I'm going to kill you. Don't worry about it. I need to read this to you. You're like, yo, he's reading the Bible about to fight you. We're like, Will, you better run. This motherfucker got no shirt on and he got a Bible. He's talking to Jesus half naked in the street. You don't want to fight a guy like that. Then I'm going to look at him from the back. He has like a half a spider, it's like a twisted spider. Like, I don't know. It's like they made it in jail. Like, the first half of it, they had a good plan. But then afterwards, it's like Spider-Man 1 movie versus Spider-Man 2. It was like one of those things. And when imitation at a certain point, when he started to go, and he started saying Spanish, and when he is no longer breathing, you will take his soul. When Will heard that shit, he was fucking running. He was running. It was like Church Heart. Let me tell you something. Jesus the Spider-Man, he didn't go for that shit. Him and his Bible, they were running. And this motherfucker had like leather shoes on, like those Tom McCann boots with the big buckle. He looked like a half a Puerto Rican pirate. He chased him down for 2 blocks. And then it was like Clash of the Titans. Let me tell you something. I understood that day. You find somebody that's a devout Jesus lover, you better go for the choke. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna do anything. Jesus, you see why I must punish him. You hear somebody say that to you in a fight, yo, let me tell you something. Bite an ear off. Because what the hell? Anyway, so the whole fight goes down, whatever. Will gets mangled. Cops come. They take, Puerto Rican Spider-Man away. The next day, like in school, what were they watching? It was like this weird fucking movie. It was like Lionel Richie. And truly not my endless love. I don't remember the name of the movie. I kept singing that the way it's like, I hate all you motherfuckers. I hate everybody. It was like, yo, it was one of kind of those things. But like I said, if you start your date night on a bus because you don't got XRP money, that's on you. You don't want to be taking a bus nowadays in a major city. Have somebody licking your girlfriend's ear or something. That's fucked up. Let me tell you something. He fought a dude with big pirate buckles on his boots. Let me tell you something. I just look back at stuff like that. When he took out that Bible, even my heart went. He started flipping the pages. Look at him, flipping the pages. Then when he found the page he was looking for, he's like, I'm going to read you this before I kick your ass. I was like, fuck that shit. I don't fuck with that. I fought a Satan worshiper in Rikers one time. That was an interesting one. But at least I understood if I kicked his ass, I was gonna be in good with God. But he was like calling like he had a name for like the devil and stuff like that, calling him, get to give him power and all kinds of shit like that. And I'm thinking to myself like, are you everybody watching this shit? Nobody fucks with devil people in Rikers. I'm just telling you that when you say you with the devil, everybody leave you alone. Be like, You become invisible. Even gang members won't fuck with you because you belong to El Diablo.